I say that again?
Previously on The Ford Show.
This man decapitated his parents and the dog. Joey Vegas, tell us how decapitating the dog is the real issue here.
I mean, that's a horrific crime. I mean, in itself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what an asshole to decapitate the dog. Tell us about it.
Yeah. What did the dog do?
The Bob Barker did not tell you he did not tell you to decapitate your pets.
No.
He told you to spade them.
What did the dog do? Like I could see.
What if he set the house on fire?
What if the dog bit him?
What if the dog was the same dog from last week?
Joey
that
Vegas
had the oven and the stove.
You don't know what this
burning
dog
the house.
did.
Fucking stupid dog.
What if this dog bit his ankle?
What if the dog nutted on its ankle?
What if the dog nutted?
That's probably a good reason.
That's a good enough reason to decapitate him, if you ask me.
I think so. Or maybe castration. I don't know. Maybe that's more fair.
True.
I mean, the dog was probably already castrated, to be fair.
You don't know
Maybe.
this.
Man, they could have been fans of Bob Barker.
Yeah. Spayed and neutered it.
Yeah.
Our thoughts and prayers go out to the family with no heads, said Oshie Sheriff's Public Information Officer Matt Parrish.
Call Ford now.
855-499-FORD.
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
This is the Ford Show. It is July 18, 2024, and we are coming to you live from the MurderMyDebt.com studio. You could head to MurderMyDebt.com to find out how that's right, you can get out of the hamster wheel of interest that the credit card companies want you to run in for the rest of your life. Go to MurderMyDebt.com. I am Ford. Madness is here. Joey Vegas is en route. He is like O.J. Simpson on July 17, 1994. It's a slow-speed white Nissan Chase down the 405. He will be here at some point. Madness?
Yes, I would like to go by Mike. The roof is too slopey. Madness now.
There we go. This is the Ford Show, where we believe that the assassination on Donald Trump may have been an inside job. May have been. Madness, we didn't even touch base before the show. Are we doing that? Are you prepared? Are you prepared?
I'm as prepared as I can be. I'll tell you that.
Prepared? All right.
There's not a lot to prepare, but I'll get to it when you're ready.
All right. I think maybe Joey Vegas. Is Joey Vegas in the house?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, I hear him.
There he is. Now let's see if he can. Let's see if he could gently get behind the. Oh, he did.
Ooh, he's so graceful. Joey Vegas is one of the most graceful men you'll ever meet. He should be in a ballet.
He got in.
Get in, get out, get on with your life.
There goes the green screen. You're ripping the green screen down. Oh my God!
We're out. All
right, we had to censor it. I know we don't. Stand by. Stand by. No, there's no technical difficulties. I'm just making sure Joey Vegas gets his shit dialed in here. There he is. Oh, there goes the green screen again. That's okay. You look good. Joey Vegas. You're live.
Hey.
Your mic is live. You look good.
I got my hat.
That's good.
Where's your hat? I got two hats today, Joey.
I don't have my hat because I gave it to you.
This is your hat?
Madness.
Yeah. That is your fucking hat.
Yeah.
Madness has a tinfoil hat on for later on in this broadcast.
He still doesn't have a Ford Show hat, though.
That's okay. Well, maybe we'll put a flamingo on his tinfoil hat.
500 subs and I get the hat.
Oh! Now we're changing the game now.
He's like a liberal. He keeps moving the goalposts.
The goalposts keep moving.
Don't ever call me that fucking L word, you motherfucker. You can call me anything but that.
All right. You can call the show 855-499-FORD, and now that Joey Vegas is here, we can officially start the show.
Yep. Thank God he's here. The 405. People that drive California traffic,
I have no idea.
They're really dumb.
And I said to Aaron on the show, I said, right now it's a slow-speed Bronco chase. It's in a white Nissan going down the 405, trying to make it here on time for this live show because we're live now, and that's a bit of a problem when now you have a schedule and you need to be on. You need to be on schedule.
Yeah, especially because people don't know how to drive here. There's 17 lanes, and they're all backed up.
So I thought we were going to be on X
X.
tonight. It
No X.
says scheduled. It's not live. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Oh, actually, you know what? There it goes. There it is. It's playing in my ear.
Oh yeah, I can hear that.
Yeah, I heard that too. It says scheduled, though. It doesn't say that we're live. That's a little strange.
That is strange.
But I know for a fact that we are on YouTube and Rumble, and it's a big show. We have jam-packed here this evening. I want to touch on something first here. Vegas, a couple of weeks ago, you had made a comment. I was going to do this last week, ran out of time. But you had made a comment about our usage of the term fuck.
Yes.
And you can't use the term if you want to be monetized. You can't say fuck on a YouTube stream. So I looked it up. Now, according to AI on the Google search, because everything right now when you search on Google, everything is AI. Here's your AI-generated response. So as of March 2023, YouTube allows videos with moderate profanity to be fully monetized, even if it's frequently throughout the video. Videos with stronger profanity, like an F word, in the first 7 seconds, or used repeatedly throughout the video, may only receive limited ads. However, profanity in the title or thumbnail will still result in demonetization. YouTube also allows profanity in background music, backing tracks, or intro or outro music without affecting monetization. So as long as we keep the fucks after 7 seconds and don't abuse the fucks, then I think we'll be okay.
Sounds pretty fucking good to me.
Yep. And I think we've already hit our maximum allowed allotment
Yep, we're fucked.
of F-bombs. I think we've officially. But we're not there yet. We're not at that demonetization level yet. But we're coming, boy. We're coming.
That's
We
gotta
are
be the
coming.
goal. The goal is to get demonetized.
Demonetized?
Yeah, demonetized.
No, I want to get monetized
Well, then
first.
stop saying fuck.
Oh, okay.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Speaking of fuck, Joe Biden is fucked. He's got COVID. When you're old, you die. It's just the rules. I don't know.
That's not even a thing anymore, man.
But he's got 19 boosters, so I'm sure he'll be okay. Or at least he'll tell us that he has 19 boosters.
Yeah, those boosters are doing a lot. They have saved so many lives.
So the rumor is, in Vegas, you broke the story to us earlier that apparently Joe Biden is stepping down this week, as early as this weekend. I've heard Sunday. The speech is already prepared, and according to sources from Vegas, Joey Vegas, he is not endorsing Kamala because the Democratic Party does not want him to endorse Kamala. Instead, they want a wide open ticket at the Democratic National Convention, which is next month. They want in Chicago. They want a wide open ticket. They don't want Biden to endorse anybody. And it's just going to be an absolute meltdown next month in Chicago at the DNC. Is that the latest?
I mean, that's what I've heard. I haven't heard any updates on this breaking news story, but they don't want him to run. That's obvious, and I think they're going to use COVID as an excuse.
But madness.
COVID's been everyone's excuse for everything. But go on, yes, sir.
I just want to say this madness. It is not even they don't want him to run because of his health. They don't want him to run because they know he's going to lose. And a lot of that has to do with the fact that he's 80-something years old. Is that that's how I'm taking it?
I'm seeing it that way. I also have other theories in my head about this because I have my ideas all wrapped up in here, like a leftover sandwich. And but that is probably the most logical explanation. What you just said was that they're embarrassed of the way he's speaking, of how slow he's moving, the way he is. I don't understand how this is news, to be honest with you, because we've seen this for at least 4 years, maybe 6, longer than that. This man looks like a dementia patient. Not even to knock him, to make fun of him. It's terrifying. And I go above what we see, like, oh, he's like an idiot. Yeah, we know. But why the hell is someone in this seat with that sort of mentality right now? That's where you got to go back and look. We're all looking forward. Why was that happening to begin with? This is where the tinfoil hat comes in and you ask yourself some questions. Now, when you're ready for it, I got the updated odds live.
Yeah, so the Democrats didn't want, the party in itself did not want Kamala as early as 4 years ago because she lost to Joe Biden, which is why it was Joe Biden versus Donald Trump in 2020. So they didn't want her then. And according to a poll that I saw that I gave you guys earlier as well, is when it comes to, and then we're gonna get right into the odds there that Madness has with the betting odds. When it comes to Trump leading, this is an A+ poll. Trump leads Biden by 1, Harris by 3, and Newsom by 11, but he's tied with Michelle Obama, of all people. And Madness, you have updated gambling odds on who the sports book think is going to get the ticket. And this is, and I've said this before and I'll say it again, I'll probably say it numerous times between now and November 5. Trust the betting odds, trust the sports books before you trust Politico, before you trust Drudge Report, before you trust any poll out there. Trust the sportsbook odds because they will lead you to the promised land.
Yes.
So, Madness, what are
Right.
the latest odds on who is going to get the nod here next month in Chicago?
The odds are coming, but I wanted to just comment on something you said about that with Kamala Harris. Not only, she did not run against Joe Biden in the Democratic primaries. It was Bernie Sanders, and she was involved, but she withdrew. This is how far down she withdrew. She withdrew from this on January 21st, 2019. She suspended her. Excuse me. It was December 3rd, 2019. She suspended her account, her campaign, I should say. But there was a plethora of Democrats that ran up against Joe Biden and the others. So anyways, that's how shitty she is. However, things have changed because here's your odds right now. Minus 161 is the favorite. It's Kamala Harris. She's the only one that's a favorite. You've got Joe Biden at plus 600. Gretchen Whitmer's third at plus 1350. Michelle Obama's fourth, 1550. Gavin Newsom is plus 1600. Josh Shapiro is plus 4900. Hillary Clinton is plus 6,400. Robert Kennedy Jr. is plus 8,000. Cory Booker is plus 15,000. And J.B. Pritzker is plus 15,900. Those are your odds.
So, according to that, Joey Vegas, Michelle Obama is more likely to get the nod than our used car salesman out here in California, Gavin Newsom.
Yeah, Gavin's not going to run.
Wow.
Are you? He's not stupid.
But how is Obama?
Okay.
How is Michelle Obama higher than him, though? That's the
Because-
thing that makes me go.
Because
wait.
they know. Because they know Newsom's not. If he's going to run, he's going to run in 4 years, when he's got a shot to. Because Trump can't run again if he wins. So, and obviously Biden is not going to run this year, so he probably won't run in 4 years. He might not even be alive. But Gavin Newsom's not that stupid. He doesn't know how to run a state, but he is not that stupid. He's not going to jump into this dumpster fire. He's going to wait, till the next election if he's going to run at all.
I agree with you. I think that's a very logical statement right there. And I'm going to say something really quick, you guys, that might shock you. But Donald Trump's not winning. There's somehow it's not going to happen. And that's not to be a downer about anything, but I think if I would lay $100 on Michelle Obama and collect my $1,550 come the election results or the inauguration, whenever they pay out on these. But that would be my pick.
Well, I want to see your $100. I know you can't do it legally in the United States. You can't bet on political elections, but you can do it on sites like Bovada. So I want you to take a screenshot of your $100 that you place on Michelle Obama, because I don't think there's a shot in hell that Michelle Obama runs, let alone wins the presidential election.
Well, I understand that, and I expect to be doubted, and I secretly hope I'm very wrong, because I don't want Michael Obama to be anywhere near the White House. I just feel as if there's this little, posse going on here with this since Obama's been there. They've just been trying to keep this going here, and boy, she would really fit right in there and keep it in there. You'd have his vice in after that, and then his wife. It's almost as if this little clique doesn't want to get out of the main spotlight here, and they'll do anything. The reason is I say Donald Trump does not win this thing is because they are so desperate to keep him out. Look at what they've done. COVID happened. COVID-19 happened because the impeachment and removal failed. That is why COVID-19 became something that left China. That would have sat in China and faded away in the news if that guy was impeached in 2020 and was removed. But what didn't happen, so they released the fucking virus, and that's no doubt in my mind whatsoever.
So then my question is, why did it hit Europe first?
It had to go global. It was going to go global. It's just the way it was. They released it out. It didn't pick and choose where it goes. It was going global. It was going to be a global pandemic. It didn't matter where it went. They had enough time. By the time that shit hit, by the time the election came, that stuff started creeping in around in late 2019. We started hearing about this thing. And then into 2020, we didn't know really where it was. And geographically, they had to make it happen that way because China is closer to Europe when you go west that way, because it's not going to go over the Pacific. So what I'm saying is that's the way it kind of came in. And then we started seeing the first cases coming in California, I believe, because that's where San Francisco, LA would be where you would take flights in and out from Asia. So that's why it happened there, and it had to go global. There's no other way, because it's a world affair. It's the presidential seat. People always go, well, it's a U.S. based seat. Why do you care? It's because it's the leader of the free world, and it's the biggest seat in the world, and it affects all the other countries. If you look at it, there's a handful of countries where their main seat is the ones that dictate many things throughout our country, our world, I should say. So that's what I'm telling you. They don't want him. They don't want him in here, and it's evident of what we've seen. That they're gonna take him out. Now I have other theories later on that I'll state, but I don't know.
Is that in regards to the event that was last Saturday?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. We'll table that.
I will say this. I will say this. What can Joey Vegas and I say about the assassination attempt from last Saturday that hasn't already been said?
Well, sure.
So we're not going to say anything. In fact, we're going to let Madness do the talking.
We will, but I do want to preface one thing on these things that I say. These are my beliefs. I'm not one to sit there and say you're fucking wrong. This is the way it went. This is how. If it looks the way it is, that's what my belief is going to be. If you don't want to believe it, that's fine. That's why everything's a theory. What we see on our screens, whether it's the TV, the computer, or our phones, is fabricated in 99% of the time in some way, whether they know they're doing it or not. It's just the way it is. We're not given the full truth. The fact that we think everyone is so transparent is such a bullshit fucking theory in your head. It's wild.
So let me real quick, Madness. Let me ask you this. I can kind of get behind Trump not winning. I can understand why you would say such a thing, because we thought in 2020 he was going to win, but he didn't. So, and Biden got 81 million votes supposedly. But why Obama? Why do you think that Obama is going to sneak in there instead of Kamala or any of these other ones?
Because it fits the narrative as perfect as can be. It's the white, rich, supposedly racist, misogynist, sexist, xenophobic man going up against a black woman, and not a half black woman, not a light-skinned woman. It's a dark black female. That is the narrative they want. That is the narrative that they would want to get, in my opinion, because that is how they've been playing. That is how the Democratic Party plays on skin color, minorities, and anything else they can get their hands on to tug the gays, everything like that. They play on that kind of thing is their shtick. That's their gimmick. If they can get their gimmick in and guilt you, because the way they get Trump supporters off Trump, because a lot of them are the boomers, and a lot of the boomers are nice people, believe it or not. They just don't want to hurt anybody. They just think they're out for the American dream. But when you start pointing fingers and saying, if you vote for Trump, no matter what happens, you are racist, you're a misogynist, you're a sexist. If you pin all those things on them and then you accuse them of that, they get guilted into voting the other way or to an independent party, and it pulls votes from Trump. They've been doing it since the start. So what better way than to move another old, white, demented guy out and throw in a black woman, because that fits their fucking narrative. It just does. That's why, Joey.
Yeah, I just don't think a woman has a shot.
I
Now.
I think
I
you
don't
have.
care if she's black. I don't care if she's white. I don't think a woman has a shot in the election, no matter.
I
what.
think you have a point. I think you have a point, and I do actually will say that I believe that's too bad. That I think that if somebody won't vote a woman, I would vote for a woman. Ford and I were talking about how we liked the Libertarian candidate in 2020, Jo Jorgensen. She had a great policy. Man, can you imagine if Candace Owens came out or something like that, would run in for something like that? I would vote for her. It's about policy to me. It's not about what's between your legs. It's not about the pigmentation in your skin. It's about your policy and what you're doing. What you're doing to make money for me. That's really what it comes down to. It's about money. Where's the money going to be? Where's my health care? Where my premiums? Lower my shit. Lower my taxes. Like I want to pay less. I don't give a fuck what color your skin is. I don't care if you have a vagina, a penis. I don't give a shit. It's about monetary bullshit at day to day, gas prices, food prices, economy, all that shit. That's what it's about to me.
What if you have both a penis and a vagina?
If your
Still
policy
doesn't matter.
No,
Okay.
if your policy is set to improve upon my day monetarily, health wise, and we're getting better infrastructure within our country. We're seeing the stock market continue to soar the way it is. We got a lot of jobs, and we're rolling in it, and gas prices are back down to $1.72. Then I don't give a shit how many dicks you got. 3 dicks, 9 dicks, a vagina on your forehead. I don't care. Just fucking do something that evens this shit out without being communist, that gives people enough to be out there, to working at a fair wage, to afford basic human needs. And if anybody else wants to go above and beyond, it's on them, their risk, their ways. They keep what they earn. It's not anybody else's. They don't go. They're in the tax rates. There's no different brackets and any of that bullshit where the rates take care of it all. The rich don't need to be paying more. Sorry, they do based on the rate. I'm tired of hearing it all. So I don't care what's in between your legs, who you fuck at night. I don't care unless it's children. But I don't care. You put money in my pockets and grow that shit, and that's what I want.
Roseanne Barr on Twitter or X said it's amazing that the most popular ticket in American history is considering stepping down both candidates for someone new months before the next election. I mean, you got more votes than any other ticket in the history of America. It would be kind of hard to start over 4 years later. If only there was a logical explanation as to how this is even possible. We all know that the election was the safest in history because the people who won told us that. So it's got to be something else. I'm guessing whoever steps in next will get the most votes ever, even more with zero campaign, because that is entirely possible.
Well, she's delusional.
It is the highest voted ticket in the history of U.S. politics. That is a fact. No one got more votes ever than Joe Biden. And 4 years later, he's now too old to run. He's dropping out, 4 months?
That's because of what I said earlier about COVID-19 and mail-in voting and all this other weird, shady bullshit they pulled in 2020. They did it all in 2020, man. They pulled out George Floyd. They made up that guy. That's what they did.
We got a new segment that we are debuting, or a new bit. I keep calling it a segment. It's not really a segment. It's called the MMA Minute, and it's with Hot Rod. And we also have Raging Rob is here. But first, we will look at the rest of the world.
This is BBC News, the headlines. Donald Trump's defeated rivals for the Republican presidential nomination line up to support him at the party's convention.
Donald Trump has my strong endorsement, period.
J.D. Vance will be giving his first major address as Trump's running mate. The theme today, Make America Strong Once Again. We'll be asking what this could mean for U.S. foreign policy. More than 80 people are reported to have been killed in airstrikes in parts of the Gaza Strip in the last 24 hours, including in a designated safe zone. And fears the conflict between Israel and the Lebanese armed group Hezbollah could escalate into war. We have a special report from the border. There are events taking place today to mark a decade since the MH17 disaster that saw a Malaysian Airlines flight shot down over eastern Ukraine, killing all on board.
You're listening to The Ford Show.
That's right, The Ford Show. We are live right now, YouTube, Rumble, and we're live on X. I was able to verify that. If you're listening on the podcast, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. If you're watching live, don't forget to hit the subscribe button as well. So last week I had mentioned that we had gone to a Blink-182 concert, and it was the third concert I'd ever gone to. And somebody asked me, some listener feedback asked me, what 3 concerts have I gone to outside of the Blink-182 concert? So I will tell you my other 2 concerts. It's quite simply a short list. The first concert I ever went to was probably in 2006, maybe. 2000 and I really can't quite remember the year, but it was a concert with Stained and Breaking Benjamin. Now, Vegas, if you played me a Breaking Benjamin song right now, I would not know one. The only Stained song I can think of off the top of my head is "It's Been a While," but it was a free show, and it was the first concert I had ever gone to. At this point, I was, in my early 20s, and I had never been to a concert in my life, and quite frankly, I don't remember shit about it. And then the other concert I was at was 2014, 2015, something like that. I saw AC/DC. So, and then Blink-182 a couple of Saturdays ago, and that's the extent of my concert history.
Hey, I've seen more bands in a day than you have in your life.
3 shows, 41 years, baby.
I was gonna say I got more concerts this summer than Ford has.
Joey Vegas, I've been to more shows in a week than he has. That's not even an exaggeration.
I'll tell you this. There's one concert that I would go to if it happens, and that is I would like to see Eminem.
I was going to try to guess.
Oh, yeah. Were you going to guess Eminem?
No.
Okay. Yeah. So that would be the only concert that I would go out of my way to see.
I attended a concert a couple days ago even.
Who'd you see?
My girlfriend, she got cheap tickets to Hootie and the Blowfish and Collective Soul and Edwin McCain.
Yeah, well, that's some throwback names. That's a 90s tour right there.
Yeah.
But the highlight of the night was...
Yeah, so the Darius Rucker comes out to Ric Flair's theme.
He's the lead singer of Hootie and the Blowfish,
yes.
for those of you who don't know.
Well, and he also has a pretty decent singles career, solo career, I should say. And then he's wearing a black shirt with some lettering on it, and my girlfriend goes, "What does that say?" And it was hard. Obviously, we were far away, but looking at the screens, it said, "I broke Wahoo's leg."
He's wearing the old Valentine T-shirt from I believe like 78, 77 Mid-Atlantic Wrestling Angle.
So both concerts that I have gone to so far this year, Blink coming out to Undertaker's theme, and this one have all been wrestling related.
There we go.
So if anybody tells you pro wrestling is in a down period, they're high. That's all I got to say about that.
Yeah, but it's all old school wrestling. It's Flair, it's Undertaker. You don't see anybody coming out to Seth Rollins' shitty
Well,
theme
he's got a
music.
point there.
Well, that's
Nick.
true.
He's got a point there.
That is true.
He's got a point
And
there.
they're all 90s bands too. So
Yeah, true.
80s, 90s, late 80s.
According to a survey, 40% of Americans think God helps sports teams win.
That is the
40
dumbest thing. 40 what?
40%. And you know what?
Oh,
That is-
my God.
Listen.
People
Can I be
are so
truthful?
stupid.
Can I be truthful with you people? That 40% of that 40% are MAGA, and they're going to vote for Trump. Okay? Let's be real. Let's be
Wow.
real. The religious type, the
Don't-
religious people are very, very.
Don't get me wrong, people. There are some stupid individuals that support Donald Trump, and it is on both sides. I do not sit here and think that anyone that's supporting a side is smarter than the other. I mean, there's so many different just facets of people who support what, and there's gray areas. It's too much to be black and white. But oh my God, God. Let me tell you something. Whether you believe in God or not is irrelevant right now. But there is no man in the sky watching your Kansas City Chiefs or your New York Yankees or your Boston Red Sox or your Montreal Canadiens, and they don't care. They don't care about your sports teams. And you know who else doesn't? You know what? Not only is there that God is not doing anything sports related for anyone, those athletes, they don't care about you. Do you know that? Your favorite sportsy ball people, they don't give a fuck about you. I spent years of my life caring too much about that shit, and they don't give a fuck. And you know what? At this point, who cares? Unless you got money on it, who gives a shit?
So, Joey Vegas, when a baseball player gets a double and he stops at second base and he looks up in the sky and he points up there, I used to always say, God did not help you hit that double.
No, he didn't.
He really didn't. But 40% of Americans think that God
They'll
helps
say
their
they'll
sports
say
teams.
that they'll say, not to cut anybody off, but they'll say that they're thankful for the abilities that they have to hit the double. They're thankful to God for their God-given talents, abilities, ability to walk, run, hit, and whatever they've been blessed with through the talent. That's where they'll go with it. It wasn't the actual double itself. He wasn't in the dugout praying for a double. That's what they do. It's also a little bit of show, but I'll tell you right now, if God's out there, he ain't watching baseball.
Well, I mean, you are right. I mean, God did not help them. However, angels in the outfield have definitely helped these players.
That's true. That movie was actual 100% nonfiction.
All right.
Yep.
There you go.
Wait, I got a question real quick.
No,
Angels in the outfield.
Yep.
Rookie of the year, The Sandlot, or Little Big League. Which one you got?
Jesus.
my man, Little Big League, no.
No, yeah, Little Big League's out.
It's the weakest movie of all the ones.
Okay, fine. You
I mean,
eliminated
I
that.
like it. I like it, but I can't.
Little
vote-
Big League, is that where the kid's the manager of the Twins?
Yes.
Yeah, the Twins manager. Where he becomes-
Yeah, because his grandfather owns the team.
Yes.
Some
and then his
shit.
grandfather dies.
Yep.
So a Sandlot Rookie of the Year, Angels in the
Well,
outfield.
Sandlot is, I mean,
You gotta say
Sandlot's an iconic movie.
I would probably say
They're killing
Sandlot
these
because everybody knows that movie. Angels in the Outfield, Rookie of the
movies.
Year.
Rookie of the Year is number 2.
I think
Angels
you're right.
Angels in the Outfield would be number 3, and then the Little Big League would be 4.
Yeah.
If I ranked the 4 movies that you just gave us.
I would definitely say that I would stick with that ranking and not change a thing.
I also like Little Giants.
Oh yeah, I forgot. That was a football movie.
That's a
wasn't
football movie.
Well, you
Joey
didn't
Vegas,
say
and-
baseball.
I mean, he had a pattern there. I don't know if you noticed.
I did.
it? But hey,
I'm
hey,
just saying that's another good movie.
hey, guys! Much like presidential candidates, the League of Their Own is out.
I actually didn't
I
mind
really
that
like
movie.
that movie. Actually, it's very
sure.
I don't like the remake thing that they did. What they
The remakes are never good.
was that a series on Amazon?
Yes, I think so. I never watched it.
Okay, we should make a League of Their Own, but it's all men. Oh, it's just baseball.
It's baseball.
Something you didn't know yesterday. The guy who started Match.com. You know, like when you start a website, I don't know if a lot of people, you guys have ever started websites in your life, but I have. And when you start a website, you want to increase traffic. So you tell your friends and your family, hey, come to my site. I got to increase traffic. So the guy who started Match.com, brilliant, genius, he's rich as fuck. He made his girlfriend, his family, and his friends all sign up to increase traffic to the site. Well, his girlfriend, who later became his wife, divorced him for someone that she met on Match.com. So your own creation could come back to bite you in the ass. If somebody wants to look and see if that's true.
I mean, I have no reason to deny that.
It feels true, right?
It would make sense. I mean, she was on the dating site.
Yeah, the
Makes
guy who
sense.
started Match.com, he's got his girlfriend to go there and increase traffic.
Now,
His girlfriend later divorced him for someone she met
the only thing that I would say
on
is
Match.com.
she signed up while she was his girlfriend, then married him, and then found someone Match.com. So it is a little bit elongated. It's not like, oh, hey, sign up, and then she found somebody else and left it.
Yeah,
I'm curious how long it took, though.
yeah. And, I mean, do you think, as the guy who, like, created the website, do you think he, like, banned the dude's profile? I think you have to get banned at
Probably,
that
yeah,
point.
You got to get banned, yeah.
It's the least that you could do is to ban him for stealing your wife.
Yeah.
Hey,
but-
Yeah.
go ahead. I have a question from a listener that just
Yeah.
messaged me here. How come we can't comment on the live feeds?
It's easy because Ford said no.
Yeah.
I mean, that's as simple as the answer as I
Yeah,
can get.
I don't. You talking about like on YouTube?
Probably wherever we're live, wherever this person's
yeah.
watching.
There's no. Yeah, I don't do a chat option because I don't want to have to monitor it. That's why I have a phone number.
Yeah, you got to call the phone number, which I don't know off the top of my head. It's usually on
It's
the screen here.
it's
but,
855-4994. Oh,
I
it's not
think
up there right now.
The
Oh.
listener,
right
the
now.
listener is on YouTube, and I believe maybe we should turn that on.
I don't want to have to monitor it because then when people get in there and they start
spamming it.
doing shit, stupid shit, and you can't. I have other things going on. I can't be doing that shit.
But we'll talk about it.
Yeah, I got a phone number for a reason that I pay for. So if you'd like to comment, just all you gotta do is call, baby. All you gotta do is pick up the phone. It's free nights and weekends.
Yeah.
So the suicide pods, they're coming, baby. Are you guys ready to take your own life? An assisted dying group expects a portable suicide pod to be used for the first time in Switzerland, potentially within months, providing death without medical supervision. Yesterday was announced. Look at this thing. This thing's pretty cool looking. For those of you watching on YouTube, or those of you watching on Rumble, there it is. This is the space age looking Sarco capsule, first unveiled in 2019. It replaces the oxygen inside of it with nitrogen, causing death by hypoxia. And it would only cost you $20 to kill yourself.
That's
it. That's it, baby. $20.
You could do this
Well,
for
I mean-
half the price for rat poison, I'm sure.
I mean, I'll just tell you this. It's $20 of stuff to kill you. I'm sure there will be an upcharge, and I'm sure some insurance company is gonna make a killing. I'm sure at some point. And
no pun intended there.
Yeah.
Hey, that's a joke, son. But anyways,
Don't
there
you
it is.
get it?
The Last Resort organization said it saw no legal obstacle to use it in Switzerland, where the law generally allows assisted suicide if the person commits the lethal act themselves. Since we have people indeed queuing up asking to use the Sarco, it is very likely that it will take place pretty soon. The Last Resort's chief executive, Florian Willett, said in a press conference, "I can't imagine a more beautiful way to die, of breathing air without oxygen until falling into your eternal sleep. Press
Sounds-
this button to die."
That sounds
I don't-
terrible.
Yeah, I don't know about you, but when I can't breathe or if I'm choking or something, it's terrible.
I think it's more of like a thing where you kind of just close your eyes.
No, there's no way
and
you're
you let it
gonna
go.
you're gonna be grasp of air. You're choking to death
Thi-
basically.
This is where I agree with this. The person wishing to die must first pass a psychiatric assessment of their mental capacity, a key legal requirement. The person climbs into the purple capsule, shown right there on the cam, closes the lid, and is asked automated questions such as who they are, where they are, and if they know what happens when they press the button. If you want to die, the voice says, press this button.
Is this real?
This is. You think I'm in the business of fake news?
Well, I don't know what business you're in, but
Anything
I don't know
for a rating.
Anything to pop a rating. Jesus. Now, where is the? I want to know, what do the My Body, My Choice people think of this sort of thing? They should be celebrating this, right? Because you're doing what you want
Why
with your body.
can't you? Why are you against this?
I'm not. I don't care. Do what you want.
Okay.
No, I'm not against this.
Who's against this?
I just feel that that's a terrible way to die.
I also think that, let's be realistic. I want to say this. I'm going to make up a number, but I believe 9 out of 10 suicides, I believe that the person would be able to be rehabilitated and would regret their decision had they gone through with it. I don't believe that it's ever the right way to go. Personally, I really don't.
You know, I knew a guy that tried to commit suicide once.
Yeah, you talked about him for about 6 minutes straight, which was mostly just laughter.
Yeah, I was gonna say, he actually talked for like a minute. He
You're
left
right.
The other
it was
5.
it was 5 minutes of straight laughter about this guy's suicide attempt, literally pissing himself, turning
Yeah,
pink
he can't-
over there.
He can't keep a straight face right now.
He's thinking about this
Ford's
suicide
dying
attempt.
right now.
It's a sick fuck.
I think
Well, he
I'm
shoulda-
sitting in the rain.
I don't know about you, but expired Vicodin, alcohol, and rain sounds better than this fucking coffin.
So
Jesus.
they will stay in the state of unconsciousness for around about 5 minutes before death will take place. The Sarco monitors the oxygen level in the capsule, the person's heart rate, and the oxygen saturation of the blood. We will be able to see quite quickly when that person is dead. As for someone changing their mind at the very last minute, wait. Once you press the button, there's no way going back.
Oh, get out of here. This
That's
is
what it
bullshit.
says. That's what it
that
says.
part right there makes this fake as fuck to me.
This is not
This
fake.
is a
This is
fucking
real.
hoax. This
This
is a
is
hoax.
real. This is
Nobody's
real.
doing this.
I
Nobody's doing this.
I don't think legally they can do that. I think legally
No.
you have to have a way out.
No decision.
No. What is
decision-
that? No way.
No decision has been made over the date and location of the first death. But when it happens, we're going to talk about it on this show. Maybe we'll interview the guy right before he hits the button.
This is fake. This story's faker than Kardashian's ass.
Such details will not be made public until after the event, so we won't know about it until it's already said and done. So unfortunately, we won't be able to interview them before they do it. But we really don't want a person's desire for a peaceful passing in Switzerland to turn into a media circus, said the lawyer. And she also said it would be used in a very secluded location in the beauty of nature, though it had to be on a private property. Asked the first use would be this year, she replied, I would say yes. The minimum age limit is 50. You cannot be older than 50. Though, it's set at 50. Yeah, you cannot be older than 50. Though someone over the age of 18 was seriously ill, we would not deny them a suffering person based on their age. The capsule can be reused, thank God, but there is no going back. Once you hit that button, it's over, baby. So the minimum age limit is set at 50, which isn't bad. We need some rules. But if you have cancer or if you're terminally ill at the age of 18, they'll let you die.
See, this is funny because I'm reading this, and euthanasia is illegal in Switzerland when it's administered by a third party.
Exactly. See, they're administering it themselves.
But they're saying in 2014 that 752 assisted suicides were performed. However, most of them were older people dying of a terminal illness anyway.
Yeah.
Older than 50. So I don't know why you're saying this company won't do it if you're older than 50, yet the only reason to do it is if you're older.
No, you could do it over the age of, you have to at least be 50. 50 is the
you
minimum
have to at least
age.
be 50.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So
have
you
to at
can't be
least be
25 and say I just want to kill myself.
No. Well, yeah, only if you're terminally ill.
Oh.
The capsule's potential use has raised a host of legal and ethical questions in Switzerland, reigniting the debate on assisted dying. here's the deal. We have two choices.
Shoot me in the head.
You have two choices here. You can let people die in a controlled environment, or they can kill themselves and let one of their innocent family members find them hanging or their brains blown out or whatever the case may be. Those are the options. Because much like guns, if you want to kill yourself, you are going to kill yourself. So you can put it in a controlled environment and give these people a nice way out, or you could force them to kill themselves in their own home. Those are the options. And I'll take the assistance. That's why I'm okay with this.
But
It's like the abortion thing.
If you pass the psychiatric test so that they know you are of clear mind and clear conscience, and you're making the decision, I don't want to live anymore, and you can kill yourself in this capsule in a controlled environment, yes. Why do it the other way where innocent people need to find you dead? That's fucked up. This is much better. In fact, you can invite everybody over.
I
and
think
they can all
it's
come
not.
by.
I hear you, but at the same, they can come by and watch you in a little space
Yes.
bubble, kill yourself.
My last hurrah.
Come on, guys, check it out. Come on over.
My last party.
Have a beer with me before I jump in this pod and murder myself.
Exactly.
I don't know, man, because you know what? A lot of times, the way to kill yourself, unfortunately, is very gruesome, very difficult, and not easy. And I think that we have such a mental health crisis, which you yourself had mentioned and said this yourself. And I think finding easier ways to do it is not a good idea because hey, there we go. We got somebody in. We literally are going to make it too easy to do it, that more people are going to do it. I would rather have it be there's nothing coward of it. It's not bravery to kill yourself, but it's scary, okay, of the ways to do it. It's horrifying. And that fear is protective. The fear is negative, but in some cases, fear will save your life. And like I said before, if enough people are regret their suicide, which I believe they would, and they do, and many that have done it probably would regret it if they were able to be coherent again. But I don't believe in making this thing easier for anybody ever. I don't agree with this in any way. I think that we're not meant to kill ourselves. I always think there's something better. There's some other better way, unless you're like literally severed arms, legs, and blind, and you're just a vegetable. Other than that, there's always the slight percentage, like with abortion, they talk about incest or rape and all that. I get it. But like, there's always something, but like the majority of suicides, I think they would regret it. And I don't think making it easier for them to do it and painless and less scary is a good idea at all. It's just not.
I think making it easier is better on the people who have to find your dead ass. And if that's the case, listen, if you don't want to live anymore, who are we to tell somebody they have to live? It's their life.
Yes, but if they're in the wrong mental state, that's actually
no. But
them.
again, they have to pass the test.
You ask them 4 questions.
You have to pass the
four
test.
questions.
4
You
questions
have to
is not-
pass the
4
test.
questions.
No, you know how many people hide depression for years and hide their mental illnesses for years upon
I've
years.
been hiding-
You think a couple of questions for $20 to jump in a pod and gas yourself?
This
Listen,
is stupid.
This
I've
is
been-
fucking stupid.
I've been
This is
hiding-
ridiculous. This isn't even real. We just wasted 20 minutes talking about this fake
This
ass
is
fucking
real.
This fucking futuristic coffin that you have on here that looks like a fucking spaceship.
Yeah.
Fuck this.
It's
like a
dumb.
goddamn frisbee.
It's stupid. $20. Yeah, no.
It's not that it's going to cost $20. It's that you could die for $20 because that's as much as the stuff costs to kill you. I think. I think
way.
they have to charge you more than $20. Well, if you guys all chip in $5 a piece, and I'll kill myself. Let's do it.
Joey Vegas, this isn't a bad deal.
It's time for the MMA Minute. Hot Rod has the latest news and opinions in the world of MMA and boxing.
Round 1. Fight!
Welcome to the MMA Minute, folks. This is Hot Rod coming at you from Southern California, and we got a few good fights coming up pretty soon. First, we're looking at Crawford versus Madrimov for the 154-pound WBA title, and we're going to take Crawford TKO 8, rounds 8 through 10. I know he's going up in weight, but I think he's going to stop him. Crawford has a knack for figuring his opponents out and then stopping them later on. He doesn't ever hold back. So I think this is going to go very similar to how the Sean Porter fight went. Next, we're looking at Big Baby Miller versus Andy Ruiz. Now, this may not exactly be a contender fight, but make no mistake, folks, this is a second chance at heavyweight supremacy. So I do believe that the loser here is either going to retire or take something into heavy considerations as far as maybe going over to bare knuckle boxing or maybe something else. Anyway, looking at MMA, we have Leon Edwards versus Bilal Muhammad coming up. That is going to be, in my opinion, a 5-round decision. We're going to take Edwards there. Now, we both know Edwards has the ability to stop Bilal. We've seen him do that with Usman, but again, I think that since their first fight didn't have the chance to play out and necessarily go all 5 rounds or even really get to feel each other out, I think Leon's going to take the high road, maybe pressure him a little bit, but I do think he has the ability to edge him out. Then we're going to look at Aspinall versus Blades. Really simple here, folks. I'm going to take Aspinall KO3. We saw what he did his last time out. Aspinall doesn't play around. He has great athleticism. Sometimes he reminds me a bit of Stipe. So, yeah, we're going to take him KO3. You guys let me know what you think. Again, this is the MMA Minute with Hot Rod. See you next week.
From Michelangelo's David to Zeus to Hercules to Ford.
I am built like a Greek god.
This is The Ford Show.
All right, thank you, Hot Rod, for the MMA Minute. Now, what was I going to do here? Oh,
Did you guys really quick?
Yeah.
I was just on X for a quick moment. Did you see what Elon Musk has added to the hashtag MAGA?
No.
Okay, if you go on X right now,
Yeah.
and just comment or somewhere, just do a hashtag MAGA,
Okay.
and let me know what you see.
All right, I'm getting there. Hashtag MAGA.
You see it?
Yep.
Now, if you're not on Twitter or X, whatever they call now, Elon Musk has gone ahead and put the outline or the image of Trump with his fist up in the air after getting his assassination attempt at him. After that, you know how a little logo will come up sometimes after a hashtag. That's what he's thrown up there. Whoa.
A Tennessee preteen has been charged with first-degree murder after she suffocated her sleeping 8-year-old cousin. Now, I don't blame her. I've had a couple of cousins that I've wanted to kill. But this one here in Humboldt, Tennessee, an 8-year-old girl was murdered by her older cousin on Monday, according to the district attorney, Frederick Aggie. Home security video obtained by the Humboldt Police Department. That's right. This shit is on video. So I don't know why it's reportedly. If it's on video, it's obviously
AI. It's a heck of a thing.
Jesus. I hate how we have to use these stupid words.
You understand
Allegedly,
the legal system.
Allegedly.
Innocent until proven guilty.
Well,
So
you're
innocent
on camera.
doesn't matter. You're still innocent until you're proven guilty in a court of law.
Hit play.
Learn your history.
Hit play.
Learn it.
But you could still be guilty in the court of public opinion.
Yeah.
And right here, the public opinion is guilty
Legally,
when you're on. I don't care.
legally
We're not
you
talking.
have-
We're
no,
not in a courtroom
for
right
you,
now.
You legally have to say, because
We are not in a
that girl could
courtroom.
sue your ass.
Sue me,
They
bitch.
could sue you ass because
Sue
it's
me,
legal.
bitch.
Legally, you have to say innocent until proven guilty.
Home
Allegedly.
security video
I'm tired of
obtained by the Humboldt Police Department investigators reportedly shows a 12-year-old girl using bedding to suffocate her sleeping 8-year-old cousin on the top of the bunk bed that they shared. After suffocating, the preteen allegedly cleaned up her cousin and repositioned her body. So this isn't even like it was like a heat of the moment kind of thing. And we choked her out, and then we were like, oh, shit. No, like we choked her out, we killed her, and then we repositioned her and cleaned up the place. Allegedly, even though she was on camera. The DA's office says both girls were in town visiting the family at the time of the murder. Imagine sending your 8-year-old to another family member's house and your niece kills your kid. The Humboldt Police Department filed a petition of delinquency, charging the preteen with first-degree murder and tampering with the evidence. Something tells me that tampering charge will go away. I consider this to be one of the most disturbing, violent acts committed by either an adult or a juvenile that my office has ever prosecuted, the DA said. Due to the horrendous nature of this crime under Tennessee law, the juvenile court loses jurisdiction after a juvenile turns 19, and therefore the juvenile will be free from any further detention, supervision, or court-ordered mental health treatment. Our office is petitioning juvenile judge Mark Johnson to transfer the delinquent child to circuit court to be tried as an adult, which allows for a lengthier sentence, whether that'll be through incarceration or supervision with court-ordered conditions. I almost feel like you got to lock this kid up and throw away the fucking key.
Not if she's a delinquent. Not if she's a minor.
Not if they get their way.
She'll be out by 19.
Not if they get her way. If they get their way, she'll be tried as an adult.
Good luck with that, Tennessee.
I mean, this is a horrific, this is almost as bad as, this is probably as bad, Joey Vegas, as that Lily Peters case. Remember when her cousin killed her in the woods?
Yeah, that's a little different. That's
same thing.
Putting something over her head to suffocate her is a little bit less gruesome
than choking her in the woods. Mm-hmm. Didn't Lily Peters also die by choking? Madness, you love when little kids get killed. What do you think of this?
I don't know. I don't listen to this kind of crap. Garbage you put out there.
You told me you love this part of the show when we do the true crime stuff. That's what you told me. You said, bring on the murder.
I'm waiting for this part to die off. That's the only murder I want is this fucking segment of you and your perverse brain.
Do you see this? Do you see this brought on camera? What, Madness? Go ahead. Throw out some insults.
Was
Go ahead.
About
Keep
to
it
tell
rolling.
you, I couldn't wait for you to turn that futuristic death suicide pod off of our screen, but now you're gonna let this smiley face look at me. Go on.
So this girl. So we'll do the what state was it in? Who did I start with last time? I think I started with Vegas, right?
No, I don't remember.
You started with me last time.
I started with you last time. Okay, so this time I'll start with Vegas. A 35-year-old woman, this one right here on the screen, is behind bars after police spotted her vigorously plunging herself in public. That's right. In response to an eyewitness report, officers were dispatched to a local park. Reference a male that was passed out with his pants down. Upon arrival at Bayview Park around 6:30 a.m. Tuesday, they found this butchy bitch with her pants down.
Easy.
A member of the public flagged down some cops to report that they witnessed the woman with her pants down rubbing her genitalia. What state was this in?
Well, it's summer, so it could be either or.
That's true.
Could be either or. She looks like she's more of a Ohioan than a Floridian.
Did this happen in Ohio? Madness?
Well,
it doesn't necessarily have to be Florida either, by the way.
You know, I am going to not say Florida, and I'm going to say this is a person from Oregon.
All right, it was Florida.
You know it's Florida. I mean,
it's
only
actually
2 states that do
this
crap.
It's funny because she's actually from Oklahoma, but she's in Key West with the pants around her ankles, fondling herself in public.
No.
And
maybe she needed to rub one out.
And she listed her address as the streets of Key West. So maybe she's from Oklahoma, but
she's homeless in Florida.
She's homeless in Florida. I guess if you're going to be homeless, you might as well be homeless in Florida. If you had to,
or California, come on to California, all you homeless people. It's great out here for you people.
Don't you have enough of those?
Oh yeah, we need more though.
So, Madness.
Yes.
We're going to let you go. This is your time, even though you've sometimes don't shut up. This is your time here where Joey Vegas and I are going to sit back and give you. I'm going to give you. How long do you think you need? A minute?
Yeah, 2 minutes, maybe.
I said earlier in this show, by the way, we're live right now on YouTube, Rumble, X. Thank you for being here. Geo the Great on Rumble. Thank you. Madness has got his tin hat. His aluminum foil hat. Are they tin hats? Or are they aluminum foil? What do they call them?
Tin foil hats.
Tin foil hat. He's got his Alex Jones on. And we're going to see if Madness can pick him up a case here. Alex Jones picked up a case. He owes like $1 billion. Let's see if Madness can pick up a case. Madness, your thoughts, your opinions on the assassination attempt from last Saturday on former President Donald J. Trump.
Well, the first thing you have to go ahead is pick a lane, right? So you have to say which type of, I'm going to take this thing off. What type of theory you're going to put out there, right? For me, if this was something that I believe is where the two parties are actually one, there are not actually two different parties. It's actually a system of people, a shadow behind what we see, controlling it all for various purposes, mainly to keep people going at each other and forgetting and letting the government do whatever the fuck they want monetarily and screwing us more with taxes every single year and just fucking us left and right. Now, my point is this, it has to do with the image behind me. The reason why I'm going to tell you this was an inside job, and this could either be just a conspiracy amongst all the shadow government behind the two parties, the one sole united, that's the united piece of our country is the government behind what we see. And that is orchestrated here. And this perfect image, look at it, look at that. There's no chance in hell that if this guy was actually getting shot at, that he's going to do this shit. There's no way. It was perfect. There's something behind his ear. There's some other, the way that this whole thing went down with a kid up there, total BS. Now, I think it's orchestrated in some fashion by this shadow government, and I do believe that it is to get this image out there. This is getting the MAGA people more MAGA. This is driving the left even crazier with their weird shit they're going to come out with saying, I wish he was dead. I wish they would kill him. It's firing people up just in time for the next 4 months for this election, exactly the way they want it to go. And that is that simple. It's just it's to generate this new image that we saw, and we saw it right away with blood across his face. The American flag is placed perfectly, the clear blue sky. We have it as the little image next to the hashtag on Twitter. This will be this is a image, a still that you'll be seeing in history forever. This is a way to humanize Trump a little bit more and take those swing voters into one direction. And now we have part two of this. Now just in line with the story as it's going. Now the Democrats, their candidate somehow got this fake news virus again, and it's back, and he's out, and here comes somebody new. And like I said before, it's all going to come to Michelle Obama versus Donald Trump, and it's already been selected for you, folks. Your votes don't count, and enjoy Michelle Obama 2024.
Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt our program to bring you a special bulletin.
Listen up. It's time for Ragin' Rob's Music Minute.
You do want to be a part of that, don't you?
Yeah.
This is Ragin' Rob's Music Minute. All right, well, this week I have to start off by eating some crow. I was wrong. Last week I bashed the new Eminem album without even listening to it. Well, I heard one song, which I still think that song is the weakest song on the album, but I decided to listen to it over the weekend a couple times, and admittedly, I enjoyed it. I like it. I found myself bopping my head to the beats and thoroughly entertained through most of the album. It's a pretty solid album. His best contribution in a very, very long time. So if you're an Eminem fan, you should be proud of this album. Give it a listen if you have not yet. I highly recommend it. In the world of Britney Spears and the Osborne family, so they have a little feud going on. The Osbournes have a podcast, and recently the family criticized Spears for constantly posting videos of her dancing scantily clad on YouTube. Quote, Ozzy Osbourne says, I'm fed up with seeing poor old Britney Spears on YouTube every fucking day. It's sad. Very, very sad. Well, Britney, she didn't like what the Osbournes had to say, claiming that she doesn't dance that often, which is a lie, and called the Osbournes, quote, the most boring family known to man, and to kindly fuck off. Anybody that's paid attention to Britney over the last 15 years, she is a train wreck, and she is very sad. She's starving for attention. She hasn't been relevant in a very, very long time. So we hope Britney can get the help she needs, because she very badly needs it. Speaking of people who need help, so anybody that watched the MLB Home Run Derby on this past Monday might have seen what is probably one of the worst, if not the worst, renditions of the Star Spangled Banner, sang by 4-time Grammy-nominated country star Ingrid Andress. Andress? I'd never heard of her before. It's really bad. She, the next day, came out and said she was blaming it on being highly intoxicated, that she's checking herself into a facility to get help. This has been your Music Minute. Fucking rage.
We now return to the Ford Show.
That was quite possibly the worst rendition of
Who
the
was
Star
that?
Spangled-
I missed who that was singing that.
It was Ingrid Andress. Ingrid Andress, country singer.
Horrible.
I think the going to rehab thing is a cover for boy did I fuck that up.
Yeah,
She
that's
had
always
to be drunk. She had to be drunk.
no way, man. It's an excuse.
Yeah, no. So
And
nobody can be that bad. Fergie was bad.
Fergie was really bad.
But this chick has been nominated for 3 Grammys. So either A, all of her music is just auto-tuned and just shit.
But she's country though, so I doubt. Do they use auto?
oh, country tunes gone to country music
sure
is no
they have.
longer country music is no longer country music, folks. It's called twang pop now. And yes, they use elements of pop music, hip hop, and all kinds of other twangy bullshit.
Well,
it's really gross.
I've never heard of her. So,
Neither.
and she could be very good. She could sing. I don't know, but there's something wrong with her. This was atrocious.
And I'm gonna call out Raging Rob really quick because he pulled out one of my pet peeves and I don't like it. Giving your opinion of something that you've never heard. Come on, guy, do a little better for us, please.
Yeah.
I'm no Eminem fan necessarily, but hey, if you're gonna give your hard opinion, your strong opinion on something, and you haven't actually listened to it, you've only listened to one song. Sorry, guy, you got to do better.
Help us support the show. BuyFordMerch.com. BuyFord merch.com is the place to go for a T-shirt. It's the place to go for a hat. They're all up there. BuyFordMerch.com. Joe Biden is out. Maybe. Possibly. Looks like it might be Sunday. His speech is prepared. And the shit in American politics, if you think it was a shit show before, you ain't seen nothing yet. Because now the Democrats have to find a candidate to go up against Trump on November 5. It is going to be a shitstorm, and we will be here in the middle of that shitstorm with our umbrellas all the way from here until November 5. For Joey Vegas, for Madness, I'm Ford. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. This has been The Ford Show. We'll see you guys next week. Please, please, never forget that if she ain't 280, she ain't a lady.
Good night, jabroni marks without a life that don't know if it's a work when you work a work and work yourself into a shoot. Marks.
See ya!